Doug Ford just gave himself a 5-month break from Queen's Park. If you were hoping for accountability from Doug Ford's government, this wasn't a good week. Here's what you need to know. This week, Doug Ford and his Conservatives wrapped up the legislative session early. What does that mean? It means a nearly 5-month summer break from Queen's Park. In 2026, the Legislature will sit for just 53 days. That's it. The Conservatives have taken 43 scheduled sitting days off the legislative calendars. That's 43 days when they were supposed to be answering questions and defending their decisions. Ontario Liberals will still be working. We'll be back in our communities, meeting with constituents, and fighting for the issues that matter. But let's be clear, when the Legislature isn't sitting, there's no question period, no debate, and fewer opportunities to hold this government accountable. And after the scandals we've seen this year, accountability is the last thing Doug Ford seems interested in. This week, my colleague, Dr. Adil Shamji, our Ontario Liberal critic for primary care, urgent care, and public health, introduced the Healthcare Heroes Act. Ontario's healthcare workers show up every day under incredible pressure. They're dealing with chronic understaffing, burnout, unsafe working conditions, and years of wage suppression, leading to longer wait times, crowded hallways, delayed surgeries, and more healthcare workers leaving the profession. The Healthcare Heroes Act would create a comprehensive strategy to celebrate, support, and retain the people who keep our healthcare system running. When the Legislature returns in the fall, Conservatives will have a choice: stand with Ontario's healthcare workers or continue taking them for granted. We urge them to do the right thing and support this bill. This week, Andrea Hazel, Ontario Liberal critic for transportation and MPP for Scarborough-Guildwood, called for a full, independent public inquiry into the Scarborough subway extension. Back in 2019, Scarborough was promised a subway that would cost $5.5 billion and open by 2030. Today, the price tag has ballooned to $10.2 billion, and the project won't open until 2033. The cost has nearly doubled, and the deadline has slipped by 3 years, and Ontarians still haven't gotten a straight answer about where the money went. What's even more troubling is how we learned about these overruns: through a Freedom of Information request, the same Freedom of Information system that Doug Ford is actively trying to weaken. If this government has nothing to hide, then it should have no problem supporting a public inquiry and giving Ontarians the answers they deserve. Thanks for watching. We're going to keep fighting to hold the government accountable even when they try their best to silence opposition.